Is Texas all about that beef? Well, I tell you what, I think so. And if you interview Texans, they pretty much think so also. Today, I'm cooking up a beautiful chuck roast. This is a grass-fed, grass-finished piece of beef from Mesquite Country Beef. It's a great big chuck roast, 3.6 pounds. Again, grass-fed, grass-finished. Not finished on grain, it's finished on a grass silage up in Groesbeck, Texas is where they're from. Kind of up in the middle part of the state, but I'm just gonna pat this chuck roast dry, get some of the purge off of it. Folks, that is not blood. It is water and myoglobin. If you wanted to clean up some of this silver skin, you probably could. I'm not that worried about it. This cook, it's gonna be a long cook, a hot cook. It's gonna go away, it's gonna melt. Today, I am gonna use a binder. A lot of people say this is a cheap man's brisket or a cheap brisket. Chuck roast isn't that cheap anymore. And it really doesn't taste anything like brisket. And it's not going to be on here near as long as brisket. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use a binder. I'm just going to work this binder on. Does not need to be a thick coating of binder. You really aren't going to taste this mustard flavor in here. I don't think it really makes a difference what kind of mustard you use. I've used all different brands. I'm a French's mustard guy myself. So sometimes you'll see me using it just because that's what I pick up because I like it on my burgers and my sandwiches. That's going to help our rub stick. Today's rub is going to be double pepper cow cover from Cosmos. Guys, I am in love with this rub right here. This chuck roast is a little over 3 pounds, so it'll hold a lot of flavor. We got some nice big chunks. Besides it being double pepper on this cow cover, it is a coarse grind, but put a good coating on it. Flip it over. Get this other side, and we're gonna set it in the fridge and let it sweat out a little bit while our pit's coming up to temperature. And I'm gonna show you how I set up the Primo, so you'll know if you're putting it on your grill, kind of how to set it up if you have a ceramic grill. If you study barbecue, you'll find out that smoke sticks better when something's moist. So using a binder, this isn't gonna be as long of a cook as a brisket. That smoke is gonna stick better if we have a nice moist start. That binder is going to help give us that moisture. I'm just going to drop this in there and wipe up a lot of that cow cover that was left on the tray. Let's set this in the refrigerator and let's look at that fire. I'll show you how I got it set up. I do have this Primo set up with the deflector plates in it. It's all the way open right now at the top, and once we get close to temp, I'll close it down to about 1.5, maybe 2. On the bottom end, it's a pinky wide, just less than the number 1 opening. That seems to run pretty good at 250 degrees. And again, we'll shut that top down when we start approaching that 250 degrees. Let's get this grill open. It is at 250, just a fuzz above, but it'll probably settle in. And remember, scrunch up that meat, guys. It'll help it stay moist. Close it up. See y'all when this reaches about 170 degrees. All right, let's get this open. Check it out. About time for a spritz. We're about an hour in. It is getting some nice color on it. Put that spritz on here. Trying to keep this pit right around that 250 mark. See y'all in about another hour. It'll be time to wrap it up. We're 2 hours into this cook. I think it's really about time to wrap this. If y'all look, that is looking pretty. It's nice mahogany color. If I wanted to go a little bit darker, I probably could, but I'm gonna get it up off of here. And we're gonna put it on some butcher paper and get it wrapped up. But there you go. Get you a good look at that. Right before the wrap. Close this up and get it wrapped up. See how this grass-fed, grass-finished beef is from Mesquite Country Beef. I've liked everything else I've got from them, and if you see, makes the paper pliable, guys. Helps out a lot. So let's get this wrapped now. I'm gonna fold it across. Always kind of want to go at least 3/4 the way across when I make my first fold. Here, here. Now this is gonna be my up, so down, up. Now that's plenty of wrap. I can tuck this or I can cut it. I think today I'm gonna cut it partially. Not gonna do it all, but think about that much off. Now, fold that under. Nice wrap chuck roast. And I'm gonna put a thermometer in it. Gonna use my temp spike today. Pull out the black one. We'll put it in here in this thick end. Right there, and it's gonna give us pit temp and it's gonna give us internal temp on our meat. You can see we're still sitting at that 250 degree mark. This Primo is really good at holding temp and holding it level. So back on, thermometer's in, close it up, about another hour. We should be up in that 200 degree range and we'll pull it off. Our alarm just went off. So our chuck roast is at temps. It's at 203. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna let it rest for a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice it open, let y'all see it, take a taste of it, but also I'm gonna tell you about the recipes we'll be doing with it this week. This is meal prep, folks, so stick around. You wanna see the taste and you wanna hear what I'm gonna be doing with it. Well, we've been resting for 10 minutes. I did burp it. And what I mean by burp it, if you've never heard that term, is just let the steam out. That is very important if you're doing aluminum foil. Definitely with aluminum foil. Not so much with the paper, but with foil, you definitely need to burp. Let that steam out, let some heat out. But here's our chuck roast. We're gonna slice into it and see how it turned out today. I bet you it's pretty good. Here we go. I've got nice looking bark on my chuck roast. I'm gonna slice it right down the middle. We're gonna do 2 meals with that this week. So let's take a look and look inside. Folks, that is pretty. And there is moisture in there. You can see it in there and there. We did not dry it out. Without a doubt, of course, we'd cut it across the grain again. So we would go this way with it and go across that grain. See if we can get a couple of pieces off of here and let you see that. We are gonna do 2 meals. The first one is actually gonna be barbecue sandwiches. And look at that, folks. That is a beautiful smoke ring. It is nice and it is moist. Let's see if we can get this up close, let you see it. That is a pretty, pretty chuck roast. Will it focus for us? Come on, guys. There you go. It finally decided to focus, but it is still nice. We do have that smoke ring on there. I keep getting asked what these are. Guys, those are fly fans. Some of y'all that's been following me for a while know we live on a horse ranch. Got a lot of horses, got cows out here sometimes. But anyways, so we wind up with flies in the outdoor kitchen. And I saw some of these and we thought we'd give them a try and they work pretty darn good. So if you're wondering, fly fans, they work pretty good. I'll put a link below where you can go see them if you need some for your next outdoor event. But this is looking good. That chuck roast cooked up well. Good flavor, that double pepper cow cover. Great. So there you have it. A very good chuck roast. Cooks pretty quick, folks. We went 2 hours unwrapped, hour and a half wrapped, got it to that 203 degrees. It's nice, it's tender, it's moist. And it's gonna make 2 great meals for us this week. We're gonna do sandwiches one night and we're gonna do tacos one night. It will make up some great tacos. It'll make some great sandwiches. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can think of to do with it also, but that's what we're doing this week. I hope you appreciate this video of a chuck roast. Thank you to Mesquite Country Beef for sending that out. It is grass-fed, grass-finished cattle. Didn't get finished on grain. They get finished on a grass silage. So anyways, very, very good beef coming out of Texas, folks. Check out my playlist of Texas Ranches beef. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. We're trying to get to 100,000. I need your help to do it. So if you would, please do that. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to see y'all down the road on Texas-style barbecue and cuisine. So long, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.